back to the Prody Academy YouTube channel. I'm Michelle, and in today's video we're going to be discussing some of the advantages of hiring a virtual bookkeeper. Now, if you recognize that your business has reached the point of needing a bookkeeper, you have two options available. You can either hire a bookkeeper that you can meet with in person, or you can hire a virtual bookkeeper. And while outsourcing your bookkeeping is a relatively new concept, there are a number of advantages that come with it. And in this video, we're going to be highlighting what some of those are. Before looking at the advantages that a virtual bookkeeper offers, it is important to fully understand what one of these professionals is and what they do. Now, there is no difference in skills or education between a virtual bookkeeper and one that you can meet with in person. They are full bookkeepers who have the education, knowledge, and training to do the job, and they are experts in their fields. Now, virtual bookkeepers provide all of the same services that an in-person bookkeeper does, and you may in fact find a virtual bookkeeper that is able to provide specialized services that relate to your specific industry, and this may not be as easy to find in your local bookkeeper options. Now, the biggest difference between virtual and physical bookkeepers comes in their location and how you communicate with them. And with virtual bookkeepers, they can be absolutely anywhere in the country. And you may even find a great virtual bookkeeper who operates or lives outside of the US. Now, as long as they are familiar with US tax laws and other financial regulations, it makes no difference where they happen to reside. And some virtual bookkeepers may even travel or frequently travel between locations. Now, these travels won't impact your virtual bookkeeper's ability to do the work or communicate with their clients. And instead of meeting at an office, you will communicate with your virtual bookkeeper by either telephonically, via email, or using online meeting platforms. And this may actually not be that different to how you would communicate with your physical bookkeeper, in that if most of your communication is telephonic or via email, and you may not even really visit their office, then there is truly no difference between the two. If you are communicating with your bookkeeper primarily over the phone or via email, you may want to look at the advantages of using a full virtual bookkeeper, and you may find that these advantages positively impact your budget, the work you receive from your bookkeeper, and your company's future. And finding a virtual bookkeeper is easy as well. All you need to do is go online and search for one, but you want to carefully check that or check the reviews before selecting one, because you wouldn't want to select one that is less than reputable. You should also do some research into the company to determine if they have worked with businesses that are similar to yours and what kind of social media reputation they have. You can also make use of social media to reach out for recommendations. Most virtual bookkeepers offer a pay-as-you-go option. So this flexibility means that you only pay for the services or work that you need done. You don't pay any retaining cost, nor do you have to pay any of the costs associated with hiring your own internal bookkeeper. So with an employee, you would pay their salary, benefits, vacation pay, and other direct expenses, as well as provide them with office space, equipment, and other tools. And all of this can add up very quickly. Now, with a virtual bookkeeper, you only pay the agreed upon service costs. So you can add and remove services or dedicated hours of work as needed, and this allows you to adjust your costs as you go. So you may need your virtual bookkeeper more during certain parts of the year or during specific projects. So for example, if you initially engage or initially want a virtual bookkeeper to handle your accounts payable and accounts receivable, and later on down the line you realize you would like their help with in tracking orders and inventory, you can just simply contact them and adjust and add these services onto what they are currently providing you. One thing that may seem to work in favor of physical bookkeepers is that you can meet with them and bring them your physical receipts and paperwork. But if you take a look at your invoices and other paperwork currently, how much are you actually getting in physical form? More and more vendors are cutting back on issuing customers with paper receipts, and instead they are emailing the paperwork through to the customer or making it available via an online customer portal. Now, you can download and print this out, but you really don't need to. So when you have a virtual bookkeeper, you can simply just email these virtual receipts to them, or you can copy them over to a shared drive such as Dropbox or Google Docs or Microsoft OneDrive. You can even give your virtual bookkeeper access to your online accounts so that they can get these documents straight from the source. And by sharing these documents as you receive them, your bookkeeper is always up to date. And this saves them a lot of time, especially during tax season. You won't need to take anything to them. And if you do have physical receipts, you can either snap photos or scan them through, which may not even be needed if you enter your transactions into a shared accounting program. So by that, or by using the cloud, you can always have access to your financial reports, and your bookkeeper will always have access to your latest financial documents. A physical bookkeeper likely has very set hours, and if you call or email them outside of their work hours, they may not respond. With a virtual bookkeeper, they are more likely to offer flexible scheduling. This is because they understand that they are not always going to be working in the same time zone as all of their clients. They will need to be available to you during your workday, but many are also available outside of your standard business hours or on weekends, and they are often able to work with you to find the best time to meet, even if it's outside of their regular working hours. Virtual bookkeepers are also flexible in the services that they offer, and you can either scale up or scale down as you need. This will help ensure that you are protecting your budget when it's needed, but that you can also get the level of bookkeeping that you may require during certain times of the year. By outsourcing your bookkeeping to a virtual professional, you can focus on your business. And even if you only spend a few hours of your time in a week on bookkeeping, this is time that you could be spending on your company strategy. Only you can lead your business forward, but virtual bookkeepers can handle your finances for you. And this is absolutely something that you should take advantage of. In addition to freeing up time for you to grow your business, you may find that the cost of a virtual bookkeeper is a lot less than you expected. And this is because the experts do not need the same amount of time that you do. They have professional accounting software and other tools at their disposal in addition to their training. And that makes it much easier for them to get the work done. Having a professional advise you financially also helps you make better business decisions. You will know where you stand profit-wise, know your exact expenses, as well as a lot more information that you may need. And with this information, you can make informed decisions regarding your products, your pricing, vendors, and every other aspect of your company. As always, we trust you found this video insightful, and should you have any thoughts, comments, or suggestions for future content that you'd like to see, please feel free to drop it in the comments section below. Please also join us on our social media platforms such as LinkedIn and Facebook, or at our website at proteafinancial.com. Protea Academy, striving to achieve better accounting for everyone.